That, what I did just right there, was called soccer juggling. And today I'm going to tell you how I use my soccer juggling to give back to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital and hopefully inspire you to give back. Four years ago, when I was 8, I worried about things that many 8-year-olds worry about. Who would be my 4th grade teacher? Which soccer team would I make? And how many juggles could I do in a row? Which dance classes would I be placed in? And which Disney princess was my favorite? About 10 miles north of me, another 8-year-old girl was worried about different things. What was her white blood count? Would her hair ever grow back and her brain ever be normal again? Would she be able to go back to school with her friends? Was she going to live? About 40 years ago, there was a third 8-year-old girl in New York who saw Marlo Thomas on TV in a commercial for St. Children's Research Hospital, where kids with cancer are treated free of charge and doctors and scientists are on the leading edge of cancer research. The girl cried and begged her parents to donate, which they did. That girl was my mom. When I was 8, she shared that St. Jude story with me, and together we came up with Juggling for Jude, and the rest is history. I've had many great experiences throughout Juggling for Jude, but by far the most rewarding part has been getting to know the other 8-year-old girl I mentioned earlier. That girl is Kayla Denner, who is a brain cancer survivor thanks to the life-saving work at St. Jude. Of course, donations are what have made this all possible. So many generous people have given to my cause, and as of today, I have raised just about $150,000 for St. Jude. My next goal is $200,000. But my journey hasn't always been easy. I've juggled with a broken toe, a broken nose, and a broken thumb. I've juggled in 10-degree weather and 30-degree weather. I've cried a lot, and there have been times where I wanted to quit, but I've always kept going. Because nothing I face compares to the fight of the kids at St. Jude. Just like Danny Thomas, the founder of St. Jude, famously said, "No child should die in the dawn of life." I plan to juggle until no child has cancer. Every juggle, every dollar, I'm in. This past summer, I was honored with the Jerry Nicholson Award at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital and the 60th anniversary of ALSAC, the fundraising arm behind St. Jude. This award is given to a young fundraiser for the hospital and is usually given to a patient who gives back. It was such an amazing experience to be a part of this, and I will forever be grateful for it. And it was also cool to meet and share the stage with warriors of St. Jude. I had the opportunity to give an acceptance speech to an audience of some of St. Jude's biggest supporters. It was a night of a lifetime. It also led me to some pretty great opportunities for me and my fundraiser. Pro tip, public speaking is a great skill to have. So I'm going to go through these 5 things, we're going to talk about them, and I'm hopefully going to inspire a way for you guys to give back in your community. The first thing that you have to do is you have to choose something that you love. Choose a cause that motivates you. We are all good at something, or choose something that motivates you. We are all good at something and have a skill or interest that we can share. The next thing is you have to choose a cause that moves you. Don't choose a problem that you care enough about. Don't choose it just because somebody else says it's great. You have to care about it too. And the next and probably the most important one is you have to get an adult on board. My mom has helped me so much. Everyone should have an adult involved for transportation, social media, making connections with others who can help, and of course, making sure we stay safe. And it's not just about the money. Juggling for Jude is a fundraiser, but there are plenty of other ways that you can give back. You can give your time, your baked goods, your old toys, or your artwork. You can read to those who can. My sister and her friend give live singing performances to those in nursing homes and rehab facilities. Be creative and don't get bogged down in the idea of having to raise money. The people at St. Jude tell me that my work to raise awareness for childhood cancer and the mission of St. Jude is just as important as the money I raise. And the last one is you have to take it one small step at a time. Don't think about how big you want your project to get. Just do one thing, and then another, and then another. The great Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the staircase, just take the first step." This quotation was shared at the 60th anniversary gala, and it's very appropriate because it was how St. Jude Children's Research Hospital was started. Every bit helps. We can all make a difference one day. Small acts of kindness go a long way. Next, celebrate small victories. It's easy to think that you're not doing enough. Always take time to reflect on what you're doing and stay positive. If you want to be in this for the long haul, be sure to be kind to yourself. And an added bonus about doing charity work is you learn some pretty cool stuff. Real ongoing charity work prepares us for real life. Kids running charitable projects gain skills of public speaking, fundraising, networking, entrepreneurship, social media, organization, and managing money. This is me speaking to 1,100 adults at the Williams-Sonoma Leadership Conference this past summer. It was an amazing experience. Trust me, I was completely terrified. This is me blogging, being interviewed, and interviewing others. Right there, yes, that is the very famous Buster Posey. He is pretty awesome. And he is one of my biggest inspirations because he also raises money for kids with cancer. Studies show that far too many new college students are struggling to get by, living and going outside of their homes for the first time. Psychologists are telling us that our generation is not ready to meet the demands of life after high school. But those of us who have stuck with ongoing charity work and meaningful charity work will have life skills that will guide us in the real world. We will enter life after high school empowered, with more confidence, motivation, and independence, plus a true understanding of how to work with and impact others. If you look around your community, there are plenty of reasons to be inspired to give back. I continue to get inspired by the patients of St. Jude every day. I'm going to leave you here today with some of who have truly personally touched me the most. This is Kate, shown here competing in gymnastics after losing her leg to cancer. She was undergoing treatment at St. Jude when I started Juggling for Jude. My mom told me about her, and it was the first time I had a real connection with somebody I wanted to help. Kate is now a freshman at the University of North Carolina. This is Kayla, my first St. Jude friend, now more than 5 years free of brain cancer and still fighting. She's just a few months older than I am and lives about 20 minutes away. We try to schedule small get-togethers to celebrate milestones, like birthdays and being in remission. Chandler is also a brain cancer fighter at St. Jude. He recently finished treatment. He's a senior in high school now, and he's interning at St. Jude, helping in the fundraising department. You should hear him speak about his experiences at St. Jude. He's amazing. The last one is CJ. CJ is a 3-year-old boy who is fighting a rare form of leukemia at St. Jude. He loves soccer, and his fundraiser shirt shows of him kicking the ball. His dad sent me 2 Keep CJ Strong shirts recently, thanking me for what I have done for the kids at St. Jude. Wow. Please keep CJ in your thoughts because he's in a big fight. Start with anything. Anything that will make the world a better place. Start by talking to the shy, awkward kid at lunch at school. Start with a bake sale for your local humane society that helps animals. Start by collecting gently used clothing to donate to a homeless shelter. Think small, and don't think that how big you want your project to get at first. Nobody has to change the world on their own. You never know what it will turn into and whom you'll inspire along the way. For more information about my story and how you can help the life-saving work at St. Jude, please go to my website, jugglingforjude.com. Thank you so much.
Really terrific. Thank you very much, Hollis. An inspiring 13-year-old. Look what you can do at any age to make a difference. So